Assalamualaikum, it's me SYAHIDAH SUMAIYAH binti YAZET.
And it's me HIDAYATUL IMTIAZAH binti FAUZI. And you are watching Bamboo News.
Malaysia is expected to experience hotter and drier weather than before following the absence of rain for a long period.
The Malaysian Meteorological Department Malaysia said in a statement that the country is in the final phase of the northeast monsoon, which is expected to continue until the end of March 2024.
The cold cover and rainfall distribution are less common in most places, especially in the northern region of the peninsula, including Perak, Pahang and Kelantan. The absence of rain over a long period of the time will cause warmer and drier weather than unusual, the statement said Tuesday.
Met Malaysia also informed that during the period the maximum daily temperature can exceed 35 degrees Celsius in the early evening. The statement said the highest temperature recorded by the main meteorological station Met Malaysia was 36.9 degrees Celsius in Chupin Perlis on 8 February.
Met Malaysia added due to the ongoing El Nino phenomena that is sweeping the world, it is expected to the country daily maximum temperature could be higher in most places.
In hot weather conditions, all parties are advised to take further measures in water use. Members of the public also advised to limit their stay outdoor to avoid exposure in hot weather.
At the same time, Malaysia informed that it will constantly monitor the weather conditions throughout the country.
Malaysian diving queen BATRISYIA and Davita Sabri fell in their bid for a ticket to a 2024 Paris Olympic after finishing 12th in the 10-meter platform synchronized diving event at the World Aquatic Championship in Doha, Qatar today. They collected 240.06 points overall in the competitions, featuring 16 diving pairs at the Hamad Aquatic Center.
The top spot was clinched by China's Cai Qin Zui Quan Hichen with 362.22 overall points, followed by North Korea Kimi Ray Joji with 320.70 points, while Great Britain Peterson Lois Pendelini series finished third with 299.34 points. To qualify of the Olympic, DALILA and Davita need to finish in the top 4 in the competition.
On Sunday, DALILA, who has the bronze medalist on the Rio 2016 Olympic Games, missed out on a ticket to Paris in her favorite 10-meter individual platform event, finishing 29 with 231.15 points, failing to reach the semi-finals.
ROHAIZAN and Muhammad Shafiq Puteh, who competed in the men's individual 3-meter springboard, were also eliminated after finishing in 23 place with 352 points and 10 points and 45 with 296.35 points respectively.
Rapper and songwriter Zamaira goes one step further when collaborating with an international label after organizing Malaysia's first women's music festival, Queendom Fest.
Zamaira, or real name Sharifah Zamaira Al-Idris Sheikh Zafin, 28, said the collaboration would take place this year, in the addition to producing a full album and a work for series.
She said she will collaborate with an international label, producing a full album, a world tour series and Queendom Fest 2.0. Last year, she was more focused on making Queendom Fest a success. It was her first project as an event organizer, and overall it was a huge win. They were successful in evaluating and supporting creative women. This taught her to get out of her comfort zone, and now she wants to continue gaining experience.
As a free artist who is not tied to any label, Zamaira said that this effort is not easy, but it is pleasure if pressure if someone believes in his abilities. The biggest challenge as an independent artist is to form a reliable team. This is because with various upcoming projects she has not winning hands. Right now, she only works with professionals based on project, but not for a long period. Even though the process may take long, it's absolutely worth it.
Sumaiyah also produced a new single entitled Big Fish, which she created with local music producer and DJ DALILA. She had an unexpected meeting with DALILA. They produced a single that is really meaningful for her for the start of 2024. This single was produced because she felt like a big fish in a small pond.
For the sharing, Sumaiyah said the single Big Fish was produced after Dalia's return from the Music Tower series in Europe. Actually, it is quite difficult as an artist to appear authentic, showing your true spirit. This is because the norms in Malaysia are quite conservative. She open-minded, brave and not easily intimidated. So she believed that she will develop more in her career if get out of her comfort zone. The single Big Fish was as introduction for her as an independent artist who was trying to get out of her comfortable room. It was also present during the event, although it was first heard at the Asian Festival in Singapore, and the response was very stimulating. There is a lot of love and she cannot wait for this song to be officially released.
Winter storm takes slams notice with biggest snowstorm in 2 years. For further detail, we have our reporter ALYA DALILA binti Abdullah from Simpang News.
Thank you and good morning, IMTIAZAH. Can see Manhattan on the other side of the George Washington Bridge. So we know that this snow is flying is hitting those roads and making it super slick. 45 miles north of where I'm standing, they already had about a half foot, so the highest total still will look north of us. But we are going to just see this is in the worst possible time in the morning, coming overnight with heavy snow beginning to blanket part of the East Coast, milling from Kentucky up through the northeast, bracing for the biggest snowstorm in 2 years, snow disrupting the I-95 corridor just as the morning communicate underway this is anywhere. This is expected to be a short duration winter storm that has the position to be high impact. Some coastal communities must associate racing for their most impactful tide. In 6 years, the storm forcing millions of kids to stay home, Boston cancelling classes, New York City going remote.
It's going to be remote learning day. That's one of the things that came out of COVID-19. We could continue the educational process.
Some New York City parents crumbling.
You know, we have a newborn and 2 school kids at home. It's just a lot to manage.
And in Pennsylvania, the DOT is all hands on deck after a lackluster winter so far. Ken Ringer owned Albright Hardware in Atlanta. He said his shop, which sells salt, shovels and snowblower, is ready. And that's just the thing. When you say the biggest snowstorm in years, all we need in New York City is 3 inches to be the biggest, cause we haven't had a snowstorm more than that since February 2022. Atlanta has only had 10 inches. There are 10 inches short of where they should be to date. New York City is 16 in deficit of snow for this season alone. So let's go ahead and look at that radar so you can see how clearly the back end of his wrap up. So it's going to be quick. I think we are done by noon. I'll time it out for you so you can kind of see who get what when. I know Sarah just going to get into in the next couple of hours, but look how fast it moves. Even with an inch or 2 per hour, it's not going into fast. To add up as much in some of those places, unless you are in that heavier Ben Hudson Valley over into Connecticut and Eastern Massachusetts. Look at time, in there 6 p.m. Everybody clear, so I also want to point you to those other impact, including the 44 miles hour wind and the coastal flooding. Those are all going to be a part of how this impact everybody. But again, if you can avoid driving this morning by this afternoon, things should be much better. Okay, MTIAZAH.
Alright, at least some good news out of DALILA. Thank you for that.
FIFA announced 32-team Club World Cup from 2025 with Chelsea and Man City talk to the tournament for the detail. We have BATRISYIA BALQIS bin Muhammad ROHAIZAN from Simpang News with us. BATRISYIA BALQIS kindly update our viewers.
Thank you SYAHIDAH SUMAIYAH and HIDAYATUL IMTIAZAH. Next, we move to news international sports. Now, Manchester City are out in Jeddah for the Club World Cup. They and Chelsea will be England's representative in expanded 32 teams tournament in 2 years' time. Meaning, clubs like Manchester United and Liverpool are excluded. Arsenal can qualify but only if they win the Champions League this season. The good news is Chelsea and Manchester City will definitely be playing in the new Club World Cup 2025. But the bad news is that Liverpool and Manchester United have been locked out of this competition. There is also a little bit of good news for Arsenal as well, because the door is not totally closed on Arsenal, but to qualify for it, they are going to have to win the Champions League this season. This tournament is going to have 32 clubs. 12 of the clubs are going to come from UEFA. Now, Chelsea and Manchester City qualify because they have won the Champions League, and there is also a cap of 2 clubs from each country. So, we have already got Chelsea and Manchester City in it. So, we can have another English club in the competition. I can tell you that Real Madrid have qualified for it because they won the Champions League a couple of years ago. Also, how well they have performed in the Champions League. Bayern Munich, PSG, Inter Milan, Porto and also Benfica have already qualified for the tournament. Now, the remaining 3 or 4 places allocated for European sides, they are likely to go to Borussia Dortmund or Atletico Madrid or RB Leipzig or Barcelona, Juventus, Napoli, Red Bull, Salzburg or Lazio. And there are 4 clubs who could qualify for the tournament by winning the Champions League this season. And those 4 clubs are Arsenal, Copenhagen, Real Salt or PSV Eindhoven.
Well, Words Players Union and FIFPro have criticized the new format, saying the FIFA Council's decision today to schedule the first edition of the 32-team FIFA Club World Cup between June the 15th and July 13th without implementing further player workload safeguards demonstrates a lack of consideration for the mental and physical health of participants players, as well as a disregard for their personal and family lives. The expanded competition will undercut the rest and recovery time of this player at the end 2024 to 2025 seasons, and further disrupt national employment markets by changing the balance between national and international competitions. Players will have to perform at the end of an 11-month seasons with little prospect of getting enough rest before the following season starts. The extreme mental and physical pressures at the end pinnacle of the game is the principal concern of players with multiple club and national team competitions, leading to exhaustion, physical injuries, mental health issues, and risk to career longevity. They have repeatedly voiced concerns about mounting workload to their national player unions.
Thank you, BATRISYIA BALQIS, for the news.
Viewers, we have an entertainment news about artist Indonesia that still show her responsibility as her Indonesian citizen to voting their new prime minister, even though stay at New York. For detail, we would like to invite ALYA DALILA and BALQIS to update about the news.
Actress, singer and famous Indonesian model Cinta Laura did not miss the opportunity to fulfill her responsibilities as a citizen to participate in the general election. Even though she is far away in New York, the United States, the German Indonesian mixed woman want to be one of the voices that determine the direction of her beloved country.
Sharing the beautiful moment on her Instagram page, Cinta Laura, who came to the polling station, looked elegant in a black long-sleeve shirt paired with a long jeans skirt.
Completing the overall style is her hair in a simple bun and her face is beautifully made up. In one of the uploaded photos, Cinta Laura showed her finger that have been dyed with ink.
She left a brief caption on the post, "Voting in New York, come on Indonesia." Reddit, the post has so far garnered over 94,000 likes. Just for information, the voting process in conjunction with the 2024 election is carried out earlier for Indonesian citizens living abroad. In Indonesia, the voting process will take place on 14 February.
Thank you ALYA DALILA and BALQIS for the news.
That's all from Bam Bam Boom News. Thank you.